This is going to be another pick a card reading, and this is going to be what is your magical power. So this is just for fun, but of course we all have spiritual gifts and powers that we can utilize. So I will be doing a 6-pile pick a card reading. So I'll be using 2 different decks, one clarifier and the other for your answers. So the clarifier cards I'm going to be using is the Crystal Visions Tarot. And for the answer, you have the magical spell cards, oracle cards. So if you guys are interested in the decks I'm using, those are the decks I will be using for this reading. So 6 cards. You guys get to choose a pile of 6. So whatever number resonates with you, that is your number. Okay? So, yeah. So I'll give you guys a moment. Before I do, if you guys are interested in personal readings, I do offer personal readings at website, waluchildreadings.com. Please listen carefully, you guys, because everybody always runs into this issue. My cart, when you try to check out, it's going to remove your product because there's a problem with my cart. I don't know why it's not able to be fixed at this point, but it's always messing up. So if you try to purchase a reading and your product flies out of the cart, it's because there's a technical issue with it. So the only way to override that I know of at this time, someone put me on, one of my clients put me onto this earlier this year. Just try signing up, and that will do the job. So if you sign up on my blog, on my website, it's going to eliminate the issue with the cart. So it's going to allow you to check out successfully. If you don't sign up, then the cart is like, I don't know why, but that's just what it is. So if you guys purchase a reading or products on my website, please sign up first before trying to purchase, because your product's going to fly out of the cart. Another way to purchase a reading with me are 2 ways. Actually, you guys can get emergency readings with me. I offer some of the same readings on my website on Instantgo as instant readings. Some of them are much cheaper than the pricing on my website, like my how does he or she feel about me readings, etc. And I have some exclusive readings on my Instantgo. So if you have an Apple device, you guys can download this app and add me there. Also, you guys, if you want an emergency reading with me, full and in-depth, you guys can get it within a 24-hour time frame. So both Instantgo and my full in-depth emergency readings, please allow me up to 24 hours to get your reading out to you. Emergency full in-depth reading is $45 via PayPal. If all goes well with your payment processing, if you guys are paying with checks and stuff like that, PayPal will not process it within 24 hours. It takes time. You know, your bank, their bank, or their system and your bank system has to, you know, work that out. So that's the only instance where PayPal does not accept processing within 24 hours, or that I won't be able to get your emergency reading out within 24 hours. And possibly if you're in another country, that payment has to be validated. So, all right. So pick a card reading. What is your magical power? You guys have 6 piles to choose from. I will give you guys a moment. I'm live streaming, so if you guys want to just put ready or thumbs up or the number of the card that you are choosing. So you have 1 through 6 that you can choose from. And when you guys are all ready, I'll go ahead and start the reading. So just let me know. Okay, got number 3, number 1. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start. If you guys catch the live late, you guys can come back and watch it later. After it's all streamed, you guys can obviously pause the video if you need more time to choose. So let's go on and choose the first card, which is card number 1. If you guys chose card number 1, what is your magical power? You guys have Destiny, spell card 8. So your magical power is destiny. You have the ability, which everyone does have the ability to choose their own fate and destiny, but I feel like you're able to map out yours much more powerfully or stronger. Either that, or you are someone who's very determined. You have a very abundant fate or destiny, because the number 8 represents abundance. And fortune, it also represents karma, but I feel like you might have been someone who walked this path many times, or you've been incarnated so many times that you know how to walk your path and get to your destination. But your fate and destiny looks bright. It looks like a bright future. So let's see, how can you utilize this power? You have the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit card, again, you guys are definitely masters in this lifetime. You guys have the guiding light to guide you and keep yourself determined. You're meant to stay determined on your path. You're meant to know how to walk the path, even if you don't know what that destiny or that final destination will be in life. You are determined to get there. You might have a life purpose that requires you to teach others. It might be that you've been here, like I said, so many different times. You've been incarnated so many times on this planet that you already know the way, or you're very much bright. Okay, you have a bright future ahead of you too. So just know that you are more than likely going to be some sort of teacher in this lifetime. Okay, so card number 2. You guys chose card number 2. The shirt is like getting on my nerves. But let's see. Card number 2. You have spell card 31, sorry. Trust. Trust is, you have the magical power for people to just naturally trust you. Trust what you have to say. Trust, to lean on you. Trust you with information and secrets. And trust that they can just, you have this, oops. Yes, fluoride wanted to come out. Okay. You have this natural ability to make people feel at home or feel comfortable, where they have a safe haven to come to. They know that they can lean on you. You might be like family to a lot of people, or just like a comfort, a nurturer to a lot of people. But they feel like they can just, kick off their shoes and like Escape says, and relax your feet, They feel like they can do that with you. So you have the ability, the magical power for people to trust you. Or trust of animals, trust of children, just whomever, you have that gift. How do you utilize it is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is very intuitive, very all-knowing. She's also very in tune with her inner self. So as far as how to utilize this gift is use your discernment too. Also, if you are obtaining or receiving people's secrets, be respectful of that and keep those secrets, because the High Priestess does represent hidden knowledge and wisdom and sacred. So she's going to keep those things to herself. So if you are someone that people do trust, keep your connection sacred. Keep it, someone sharing their private information with you. It could be that you are intuitive, you are an empath, you are someone that people come to, whether you are, you do things like this, read cards, or you're a healer, or just naturally people come to you because they want advice, like friends and family and strangers. Keep that information sacred, because I feel like people really trust you with their deep, dark secrets sometimes, okay? All right. Card number 3. You guys chosen card number 3. Let's see. Your magical power is 6, letting go. So you guys are a free bird. You guys don't hang on or cling on to things easily. I feel like you have the magical gift of just releasing, especially if it's things that get you down. You're not the type of person that just holds on to things for too long. You don't hold grudges, possibly. You don't stay stuck and stagnant in an energy. If it's someone has hurt you, or someone did something to you, or said something that was painful, you don't cling on it for too long. You're not the type of person that dwells in things. It might be things that other people still hold on to this day and still hurt over, and you're the type that lets it go. You're the type of person that has the ability to be free as well. Free to speak your truth, free to speak your mind, maybe live freely. You don't care about what other people think about you. That is your magical power. How to utilize this or embrace it more is the Queen of Cups. So how to embrace it is to love that aspect of yourself, but to not only love it, but to also, I feel like, nurture it by really paying attention to your feelings, taking into account how you feel first. Don't just let go because you don't want to feel or think about anything. Feel it and be like, okay, well, now I release it. Because the Queen of Cups, she is very loving, and she takes in, you know, the people that she loves, and she's a natural nurturer, and sometimes she can fall victim to other people using her. So I feel like some of you might have this natural ability to let go because you know what it's like to be hurt and you don't want to be a victim. But Spirit is saying to feel what you feel, but also know maturely how to let it go, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, so card number 4. You guys were drawn to card 4. What is your magical power? You have 35 victory. So your magical power is you have the ability to bring about positive energy, whether you know it or not. You guys can manifest whatever it is that you want and whatever you need. Your cup is always going to be full. All you have to do is open your hands to receive. So if you've ever noticed at a time where you just let go and you let go and you don't worry about things, you detach from certain things, or you just know that you're deserving of this or you're deserving of that, you get it. So you might have been good at it as a child with that, where you asked your parents for something and they might have said no, but you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to forget about it. But then later on you found that you got what you wanted, or things that you dreamt of and asked for as a child, you got. It might be similar to that. So it's like the detachment and the belief that it's mine anyway, or I deserve it, you know, because kids don't think that they don't deserve to go to Disneyland. They just ask, can we go to Disneyland? And they expect the parents to be like, yeah, possibly. But yeah, so it's like you have the ability to attract what you want and manifest whatever you want. And your cup is always going to be fulfilled. So how can you embrace this or tap into this? You have the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is about choices. It's also about choosing what your truest heart's desire. So if you really are choosing your truest heart's desires in life, if you guys are really choosing that, then you're going to get this, especially when you detach and let go. Because you're not heavily detached. The Lover's card is very opposite of the Devil card, which is all about entrapments and attachments. Even though they're holding on to each other, they're still free to some extent. The birds represent freedom too. So anything that you truly love in life, and it could also be you have the ability to have a successful relationship, because this reminds me of the Ace of Cups. So you can, but it has to be of your truest heart's desires, I feel, and you have that ability to manifest it. Ooh. Okay. All right, card number 5. Can't see. I have to screenshot. Okay, card 5. Okay, I chose this one. That's funny. So I got divine guidance. So if you guys were like 5, like me, you have divine guidance. So your gift is guidance. And I'm already kind of doing that, right? So your divine guidance could be you speaking to others, much like, you know, with cards or, you know, whatever. Or it could be people that you just meet, strangers, and you just have that ability to speak through, the divine can speak through you to other people and share information with people or help people on their path, their divine paths and guidance. So the Queen of Swords is, you know, she's the queen of truth. She's the queen of speaking her truth and honoring truth and wisdom. So this more than likely, you know, in order to embrace this and utilize this gift is to continue to speak truth, and don't be afraid to speak your truth, okay? Because, you know, the more and more you do it, the more stronger your ability gets, the more you are helping yourself not only transform, but you're helping other people transform within themselves too. So that's spell number 5, or your magic power number 5. Last but not least, number 6, which is your magical power. Let's see. Okay, number 6, your magical power is wisdom. Okay, so you have the gift of wisdom. Okay, so you might be very good at discerning things. You might be very good at reading between the lines of things. You might be very good at decoding messages or receiving messages. Okay, there's birds, there's moons, there's letters. So you're very good at receiving messages. You're a very wise individual. You could be an old soul. You might have been here many times before, or you're just very good at discerning people reading between the lines, people's personalities, what they're feeling, what they're thinking, you know, what spirit's trying to show you, what your dreams, you know, you're very, it's like an original gift that you guys all have. So your wisdom is going to be different from the next person. So let's see, how can you utilize it and embrace it? The Justice card. So how to utilize this wisdom, I feel like, is not being caught up on this is wrong or this is right. Don't ever weigh the scales between this is the right way and this is the wrong way of understanding or reading between the lines or gaining knowledge or wisdom. It's whatever it is. It's whatever you pick up. You never want to be just stuck on it's this or it's that or it's right or it's wrong. Be open to both sides. Be open to hear your side of the story versus other people's side of the story. Be open to hear what spirit has to say versus what others have to say. What I'm picking up, what other people are picking up. Because somehow it's always going to, you're always going to be able to take something out of everything. Regardless, you can take the good and the bad out of everything. It's much like religion. People say that this is the right religion, this is the wrong religion, but when you really listen to both of them, you can both take something good out of them and you can also take something bad out of them. Have you ever been a person that's a mediator that's listening between two people arguing? You can see that person's point and you can also see that person's point. It's not ever good to really choose a side sometimes, because I feel like that's just what I'm picking up. But as far as wisdom goes, be open to how wisdom comes. It doesn't have to just be one form of this or of that. So, oops, this fluorite is really trying to come out. So I don't know why, but if you guys look up fluorite, maybe it's something that maybe has a property or healing that you need, because it keeps flopping out. But anyway, that's the pick a card. I'll put the timestamps down in the link below for you guys soon. Those of you who will come back, obviously it will be available for you, hopefully. But much love to you guys. I thank you so much for watching. Till the next pick a card. Peace.